first charted in 2508 and explored as part of a 5-year long-run research expedition in 2516, and at the time designated 342A, Wei Yingsong, one of the lead surveyors for the UNE's Eastern Expansion Program, was one of the first citizens to discover what we now call Terra. Scans and scouting missions confirmed the presence of naturally oxygen and nitrogen-based atmosphere, indigenous vegetation, vast oceans with temperate climates. Terra is considered the shining jewel of the United Empire of Earth, making great strides towards becoming the cultural focus of humanity in the 4 centuries since its discovery. Owing much of its luck to its jump point network and location, Terra has evolved into a massive hub for commerce, culture, politics and trade. To some, Terra now holds more significance to the UEE than Earth itself, and is often the centre of much political and social debate. At the beating heart of the system is Prime, the capital city of Terra itself, a beautiful bayside megacity built directly into the foundations of its original colony ships. Everything in Prime is meticulously planned by the original settlers, leading to a distinct architectural layout and a far greater balance between nature and civilization than is found anywhere else in the Empire. Prime's primary landing zone is located away from the city to reduce pollution and air congestion, with the TRT monorail running pilots to and from their hangars. The city divides into 2 major regions, the sparkling downtown and the lower-class residential region known as the Blocks. Prime is located on Sapphire Bay in the Animus Sea and includes islands connected by a spiderweb of bridges and walkways. Terra's second largest city, Quasi, yes, the place where the space cows come from, is located in a colder southern hemisphere and built in the shadow of massive precursor ruins discovered early in Terra's settlement. Which brings us to New Austin. This is the planet's closest thing to an industrial city, home to corporations like Origin Jump Works, and is the main headquarters for the Sartable Territorial League, a sport that resembles a mix of American football, basketball, and ice hockey, but it's performed in zero-G arenas. Terra's development has been long tied to Star Citizen's development. Terra Prime was one of the very first locations CIG ever built concept art for, back when the game was just a Kickstarter promise, around 2013. CIG published detailed concept art passes, and even released a very early environment demo of Terra Prime's landing zone as a pre-alpha tech showcase. CIG described their vision for the system as a shining gem, one that seemed natural and clean, but high-tech, almost utopian. A world on the grow, which was starting to rival Earth itself. This early work went through numerous iterations exploring landing platform aesthetics, cityscapes, and the feel of a planned megacity. Unfortunately for us and CIG, all of this work had to be put to the wayside. One of the biggest hiccups, if you like, that Terra has suffered wasn't really a single change or administrative decision, but the result of cumulative minor changes and CIG's continued overhauling of the planetary and city tech and other core technologies. The engine shifted from CryEngine to a heavily modified Lumberyard, and now onto their own Star Engine. Planet Tech went through multiple major versions, from V1 through to V5. Procedural city generation tools were developed from scratch. With each change, the engine or the tech went through the prior work on Terra. Over time became incompatible with the way planets and locations would be built and maintained moving forward. Ultimately, this expansion of planetary systems in parallel to ship gameplay and on-ground gameplay led to a more reasonable current development scope consisting of or necessitating in considerably fewer star systems than originally pitched, all the while increasing the number of point of interests and explorable locations of each world. The game shifted from the original concept of 100 plus less detailed and less interactive systems that had a more Mass Effect way of exploring through menus and some landing zones. Instead, it's been replaced with the inclusion of large-scale, fully explorable planets and moons. Terra, as it was originally concepted, no longer worked, and the development of the landing zone then ceased. Terra was not out for the count, not just yet. At CitizenCon 2024, during the Stars My Destination presentation, Dave Haddock announced that Terra will be the 5th system featured in the game's 1.0 release, with the current available Stanton system plus Pyro in Alpha 4.8x and beyond, as well as Nyx, and in my humble opinion, the ready-to-go Castra coming up in subsequent patches, probably 4.10. The 5th system of Terra will round out the first 5 systems and will play a crucial role in PvE gameplay as Stanton, Castra and Terra will be designated as lawful, while Pyro and Nyx are designated as unlawful systems, with these locations and gameplay reflecting these labels. For many in a 1.0 beta state of the game, Terra will be a hub they will rarely venture from, safe waters for beginners and casual players, which are essential for the growth of the game. With Terra being the last of the 5 systems in 1.0 and is essentially being held until everything else is ready, this includes tech work, biomes, and developer time, what exactly do we need to see before Terra can release? Currently, Nyx is in rollout, with the main features hiding behind the much anticipated Planetech V5. Castra's systems need to be added in subsequent alpha patches before Terra can finally cap it off, rounding out the first 5. Specifically, V5 tech, as mentioned before, is needed for Terra's verticality, rivers, oceans, and additional biomes. These additional tech streams need to come to the table. Generalizing aside, what we need to see is Planet Tech V5 is the current culmination of CIG's work on planet creation, using data-driven, physical-based rules to emulate nature, with continuous variations to biomes and extremely high visual density. Additional features including planetary scale, terrain features, surface fog, cloud light interactions, and support for dynamic weather. Terra, as a lush Earth-like world, essentially demands this technology to be completed. Next would be the Starkitect system. A similar workflow to Planetech V5, Starkitect populates planets and moon surfaces with data-driven generated points of interest, such as outposts, caves, etc., ensuring a minimum content density of roughly 100 kilometers squared. A world the size and density of Terra cannot be handcrafted. This tool is critical. Star Sim, server meshing maturity, and the main story would be next, with 1.0 being slated to have improved performance, finished gameplay loops, no more wipes, and a more polished experience. Terra will be the narrative centerpiece of this story, so it can't ship until the framework is ready. With the overall 1.0 timeline as of mid-2026, the divergence of features between what is currently playable and what could be considered 1.0 is still very large, making it highly unlikely that Star Citizen 1.0 will be achieved within the short term, placing release either late 2027 or beyond into 2028. Terra Prime has been part of Star Citizen's identity since the very beginning, going through concept resets tied to every major tech overhaul over the past 12 years. Now it has a firm purpose as the finale for 1.0, but it's the last domino to fall, waiting on Nyx, Castra, Planetech V5, Starkitect, and much more. If you've enjoyed this look into one of the most anticipated star systems coming to Star Citizen, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Are there any other star systems you'd like me to cover? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Hooroo!